You want
You gotta do this
today?
thing by your head again, so you ready? Welcome back to day 4 of the South Carolina mission trip. You are tuned in to Hollywood Swingin' Hammers.
I'm Crocs.
And I'm Socks. We've had another full day. We're excited to share it with you. We have not 1, not 2, but 3 guests, so we have to dive right into it. So we will start with the obligatory site project updates.
We're just trucking along. Rain this morning slowed us down, but this afternoon, super productive. We got home or back to the gym before 5:30. Everybody was pretty happy with that.
Nice.
I think it was your group that worked late today. How was it over there?
It was very, very wet. We're working with material that cannot get wet no matter what. And so when the threat of clouds came in, we threw all of our work under tarps. We hopped in the van. We decided we would come back home with I think we estimated a 900-pound roll of rubber membrane that will eventually cover our roof. So we loaded that up, drove it home, unloaded it, came in and had lunch, which was the mistake because by the time lunch was done, we were kaput.
Yeah.
We had to load back up, go back onto the website, uncovered, and wound up having a productive, although long-running afternoon. But the kids, as you have seen, rise to the occasion every time. So it was great.
Amazing. You said website
I said website?
instead of work site.
Job site.
Job site.
Work site, job site.
We knew what you were saying.
Yeah, we went back to Hollywood
So,
Swingin'
and hammers, the 900-pound, how do you transport that?
So we did it in a
What does that
stretcher
look like?
style. We rolled it onto an extension ladder, and the 8 of us, 4 on a side, picked it up, carried it like MASH style into the trailer, and then just undid that. Although undoing it was fun because another team had come back. It's a long story, but we had to utilize both teams, and it was a handoff through a narrow doorway into the boot room, and where it lies right now. You'll see it in the morning.
So what you're saying is it is as difficult as it sounds to transport that.
Yes.
Okay.
And because there are 3 adult male leaders on the job site, we made it triple difficult.
Yeah.
So, speaking of triple difficult, we know a guy that can make everything easy. So, without further ado, here is today's daily tip with Britt.
Britt's tips.
This is Britt, and my tip for the day is if you start a project without an exit strategy, the only way to finish is to fail. Thanks.
3. And we're back. I don't even know what we're going to talk about now because Britt is always a wealth of wisdom.
He is just, and his presentation is so...
He's basically like the grizzled vet of the South Carolina mission trip.
I do love it.
Yeah.
I do love it. He's a classic, man. He's great.
Speaking of the old classics, I shouldn't have said old. Speaking of the
You should not have
classics,
said old.
you've asked for them, you've begged for them. We finally pulled them out of the kitchen. They are the queens of the kitchen. They are the ladies of the land. They are the heroines of Hollywood, South Carolina.
They
Without
are.
further ado, the Janes.
The James.
I'm Jane.
And I'm Jane.
We're the
And we're the
Janes.
Janes.
We're so excited to have the Janes with us. Thank you for taking one moment out of your day out of the kitchen. First and foremost, thank you for feeding us as we come home. As we get up in the morning grumpy, we come home grumpy, we go to bed grumpy, but there's always a highlight with the food and filling our bellies and waking up knowing there's going to be more food for our empty bellies. So thank you.
Genuinely.
But it's
Thank
not
you.
going to be that easy because we do have some questions because you are in the hot seat.
Oh,
All right.
Would you like to go
Oh.
first?
First off, the giant jars of peanut butter that I've seen in the kitchen. It's 40 ounces, right?
Sounds right.
So how many jars of peanut butter, estimate, do you go through in a week?
Those big mamas?
The big mamas. The big mama jars.
Well, we've already been through 2, and it's only Tuesday. So
8 to 10.
Yeah.
8 to 10.
8 to 10 a week.
yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of peanut butter.
And you can't believe how that jelly sounds when it squeezes out of those jelly things.
She has a point.
Do you guys laugh?
We do.
They're just all
We
the,
do.
all the.
The telling you that
We
God
do.
has a sense of humor.
That's you guys make a lot of sandwiches.
But there's a formula to those peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Which
It's a
is
highly,
silly.
it is a highly debatable formula.
It's
Yes.
a very debatable
It
sport.
is.
I think families
And-
have split over this
Ye-
methodology.
Yes.
Yes.
It came from Susan Norman Vickers. She did not want any soggy peanut butter sandwiches. So she decided that we should put peanut butter on both sides of the bread both sides of each sandwich, squeezable jelly in the middle. That sounds very silly when it comes out. It's a squeeze thing, and then you slap your sandwich together. Now, some have requested that they not have peanut butter on both sides because they're used to their moms making peanut butter sandwiches with light peanut butter. But we don't believe in light peanut butter because we believe in protein.
I was going to ask, do you accommodate a different style of peanut butter and jelly?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
no.
Because I was
Because
No.
when you are on the mission
We're really
trip,
not as
you
accommodating as everybody
are-
makes us out to be.
And we didn't
You
say
are
anything
a
about
part
accommodating
of the
in the
team,
intro.
and so you get what you get, and you don't fuss a bit.
Yeah.
As somebody
I
who
love
has
that.
experienced the peanut butter and jelly when I was in the 1900s and now, they're always delicious. And they always, because of the way they are made, the jelly shoots out the sides on first impact of first bite.
Which is the beauty
Yes.
of a PB&J.
That's
Sorry,
right.
Susan. Okay.
All right.
What is your favorite meal to make?
The favorite meal to make is the meal of the day.
Whatever that is.
The hardest meal to make is the chicken poppy seed, which again goes back to Susan Norman Vickers. We had a chicken something recipe in the church cookbook, and Susan decided she wanted to add bow tie noodles to it. And Susan rarely made any recipes, so we decided if it was inspiring enough for her to make, then it was inspiring enough for the mission trip.
Well, but I disagree that it's the hardest meal. I think it's one of the
Well,
easiest ones.
It's the hardest
The
meal
taco
because
one is
we
hard.
can't ever remember the recipe.
Well, there's that.
So when we're at home, we're trying to plan for the trip, we recalculate the recipe. Then when we're shopping, we recalculate the recipe. Then when we're making, we recalculate the recipe.
Well,
So a
we're not
lot of
talking
love
about
goes into
recalculating.
it.
So,
Yes.
so it's always an original.
It is.
Is that?
That's
I've
very
heard
true,
a
actually.
rumor. I'm not sure if this is true. Is that what we're having tomorrow night?
It is.
All right.
It
Stay
is.
tuned for, let's see, night 5.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Night 5. All right. All right. Weirdest allergy or preference you guys have had to accommodate?
Okay, well, she knows all those because I don't
Yeah,
deal with that.
You're the
Well, over the years, we've learned about allergies, and not knowing anybody in my family with food allergies, I've had to learn about all these. I've had to learn, about people's peanut allergies, and that can be a serious allergy. We have somebody on the trip this time that has a soy allergy, and it turns out soy is in everything, so that is complicated. My favorite, though, was when, and we've always had vegetarians, but my favorite was when a kid told me on packing night, which is the night before we leave at 8 in the morning, that they had a vegan allergy. And I had heard of a vegan allergy, but I did not know what a vegan allergy was. So I had to go home that night and learn before the morning what that meant. So that was my favorite.
So they can't eat vegans?
wow. That
Well, it's a
is-
good thing because we got a couple here.
Yeah.
So you all are the queens of the kitchen, the ladies of the land, the heroines of Hollywood.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
had magic wands and could wave them, what complaint would you never want to hear again?
We don't get a lot of complaints, honestly.
Well, they all start sounding the same. Like it doesn't matter because we're not going to do whatever they're complaining about. So
just don't listen to
we
them.
really don't know what they're saying because we go, we're not doing that, and eat it or don't. So
Wah, 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 wah.
exactly,
right,
pretty
yeah.
much like la 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 la, that kind of thing.
So you have a magic wand, is what you're saying.
Pretty much, we
Yeah.
already have that. So
I love that.
what else?
That's a great
Yeah, there
answer.
you go. We don't need anything else.
Okay, one last question, and I literally just added it while we were doing this. We probably should have started this way. How many years have you guys been cooking for the South Carolina mission trip?
That is the question we don't know the answer to.
It's over 10. We know it's over 10.
Yes.
Okay,
But I'm
We
thinking
can't-
it's not 15 yet, though.
I
could,
no.
and if I could do
But
math, I
who's
could tell
counting
you.
when you're having fun?
That's
Who's counting
right.
when you're
That's
having
it.
fun.
Well, Janes, we can't thank
The
you enough.
Janes.
I guess
We
it's
love
back to the
y'all.
kitchen for you, but thanks
Yeah.
for carving out some time. Get what I did there? Carving.
All right, yeah, well,
We
to sit in.
We don't
This
serve
was
a
so
lot.
fun. This is almost like being on Saturday Night Live.
Almost. It's like,
Really close.
but it's Tuesday night taped.
That's
Tuesday
right.
night
okay.
tapes.
There you
Thanks,
go.
ladies.
Come on the mission trip with us.
Yes, really, please.
Nice plug.
See ya.
And we're back again. Thanks to the Janes, our buddies in the kitchen. I do have to point out our little argument about a side dish in this evening's dinner that I personally love, and most people personally love it, and you were really adamantly not loving it.
It was really honest, I think is what you meant to say. Yes. What? It's pineapple. What?
It's a pineapple cheese casserole, and here
Wait,
wasn't
say those words again slowly.
No, but no.
Pineapple
Cheese
cheese casserole.
One, you like pineapple.
Sure, I love
Yep.
pineapple.
Two, you like cheese.
I mean, I enjoy cheese, yeah.
Everybody likes cheese.
Sure,
3, you like Ritz crackers.
yeah. I also like pizza, chocolate ice cream, and whiskey, but I'm not going to put them all together.
I get that. I do think you should quickly, because we're trying to
All right.
keep it short, share your experience, and maybe that will explain why. But it's delicious, guys.
That's questionable. So I came back from a long day, as we discussed, had a great team.
AKA,
walked
just
in,
kind of grumpy.
scooped up a whole bunch of really good barbecue.
Yeah.
I thought I saw, oh my gosh, a piping hot plate of hash brown casserole. Scooped
Yep.
it on,
I can see
hot sauce.
how it would be
Yeah.
confused.
The fact that you can see that I would confuse whatever that was with hash brown casserole.
Yes.
Came down, had a bite of my barbecue, scooped a big old honking scoop of the pineapple
Just
cheese.
crammed it in.
Yeah, took one bite and immediately ran for the trash can.
Did you really spit it out?
Yeah, oh yeah, spit it out and scooped it all off my plate, exorcised the demons from my plate, and enjoyed my barbecue. So,
All right, we're going to have to agree to disagree on
fine.
that one. But
fine.
yeah.
look, we have a special
Yep,
day tomorrow. We're
there we
going
go.
off to a really cool place. No spoilers, so tune back in tomorrow. Until then, we will see you soon on Hollywood Swingin.
Hammers.